We are getting ready for the next round of play here. It is the awesome game, high school football, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association here tonight. Follow us at 3 and Out Radio, THR 3 and Out Radio. On our social media, 3 and Out Radio, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Now, hey, by the way, coming up November 1st, there is going to be new changes done to the 3 and Out Sports Network. The 3 and Out Sports Network will be known coming up on November 1st as the Community Radio Network, bringing everything in the community from sports, local, college, national, and so much more. Again, the Community Radio Network coming up on November 1st, just a couple of days away. As the Spartans now play offense and get things kicked off, first is going to be your quarterback. A couple of yards up the field there for J.B. Jones, and a stop being made. Now, Brad, I know we got a fog glass to the right of us. We're kind of both trying to poke through the big window here. But what's your take on what you're seeing so far for the Spartans getting things kicked off? And we got 2nd and 7, ball on 34.
Well, it looks like the Spartans are going into that wing T formation, and they're trying to pound that ball up the middle and see if they can't spread to the outside. I won't be surprised right here if we get a run to the outside where the right side of the open field is.
Well, here comes the Spartans ready to get things kicked off. Couple of yards up the field, but then they get stopped defensively in the back.
Yeah, their quarterback right
there. And there's a fumble, actually.
Yep, losing about 5 yards on that fumble. You got to hold on to that ball. I know it's cold.
They are saying, though, that they will recover. The Spartans will recover the ball back. You know, one thing that shocked us during pregame, we had a couple of minutes before we came on the air, Brad, but the roster for Triple S and the Spartans is so much smaller than the Comets roster. Yeah. Amazing.
You got 25 guys on a football team. You got to get some more people out there.
Making a run up the field goes the Spartans, number 1 up the field, couple of yards. Keyshawn Bobbitt, the running back, senior, 5'8", 170 pounds. And that's going to cause now a 4th and 13. So Clayton calls the fumble, get them down to 4th and 13, and I'm believing you're going to have to punt here, Brad.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, you're on the 25. You're on your own 25-yard line. Clayton obviously can run the ball with no problem whatsoever. You got to get that ball down the field. Give the defense a shot.
So getting ready to punt the ball is actually going to be number 1, Keyshawn Bobbitt. And it looks like actually they might possibly be trying to play here. 4th and 13. They are not going to punt the ball. Yes, they will. It goes up in the air, but my goodness, it is going to be some good field position for the Comets as it just stops at midfield as one of the Spartans' defensive men get behind it before the Clayton player of number 7, of Jeremy Jones, the senior, 6 feet, 185 player, was able to make a tag and get a hold of it to make a run for it. And, well, I'll tell you what, Brad, we're 1st and 10. Comets will get second strike on trying to score points.
Yeah, they are really lucky on the punt. As high as it was, it could have bounced. They got a favorable bounce in their direction.
We're going to take a quick break and come back for the, well, actually, no, we're not. We're going to take a 20-second timeout, but we're not. We're going to thank our folks at Wooter Apparel and Osborne Company, but the play is back in play for the Comets. And pushing up the field, number 24 for the Clayton Comets is Deshaun Hinton. After the handoff on quarterback, number 10 of Noah Anderson. Actually, Whittington will hand it off again to number 24 of Deshaun Hinton, and Hinton gets a good couple up the field there, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that offensive line got a great push, and the running back was smart to stay behind and wait for his opportunity to get to the outside.
Yeah, they're a little bit delayed on the clock count. It's actually 9-yard pickup, so it's 2nd and 1, ball on the 44 for the Comets now. Second time striking. The score points were still at no score here in the homecoming game between Comets and Spartans. Up the field is going to be number 24, hitting one more time. Powers up to the 20, gets pushed out of bounds. Number 4 on the defense for the Spartans making the stop. That's going to be Devontae Whaley, but Hinton about got to the end zone, Brad.
Yeah, I can't believe that right there. It looked like Triple S was trying to come on both sides on a blitz, and they went right up the gut and right to the outside.
Boy, they were trying to strike first, came up short, and now we got 1st and 10, ball now on about the 20-yard line. They're going to put the ball at actually the 25. So our broadcast position is not midfield, if you say. We're probably about at the 30 and 35-yard line on the away side of the field. So we're on the far right now. of the field. Comets now barking orders. New quarterback in, number 10, Noah Anderson. Noah Anderson will hand it off again to number 24 of Deshaun Hinton. Hinton goes through the middle, gets another couple of yards up, and another down coming up for the Comets. I think it's going to be second and 6, I believe.
And Wesley, can you believe the speed on number 24? I mean, he goes from 0 to 60 on that play real quick.
Impressed by Hinton, definitely. And they're actually going to call it another first down. My apologies. It's 1st and 10, ball on the 14, so they got a nice pickup of 11 yards on that play, as here comes the Comets, ready to roll again, and stoppage of play now. Stoppage of play, 4:14 in the first. And Brad, I think it's safe enough to say that the Comets have offensively held on to the ball more than the Spartans have, for sure.
Yeah, that run game is really going in favor of Clayton right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep running that ball up the gut until they score.
Well, we thought Hinton for one time was going to actually pop it in there and score one. However, he had to hold off just a little bit more. 2018 homecoming football game broadcast coverage of the Clayton Comets versus Smithfield Selma Spartans from Nixon Fowler Stadium here in Clayton. And we have a oh, my goodness. 2nd and 5 coming up. Ball on the 9. They're creeping and crawling closer. Do we need some brighter light?
Oh, no, we're good. Yeah, Triple S made a huge play right there. The linebacker came up and got, it looks like about a 3 or 4 yard loss on that tackle.
Again, this game brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Tonight's game between the Comets and the Spartans, and a fumble. Pick it up, end zone. Did he break the plane? He tried to. Referee is calling a play there, and I want to say the Spartans have recovered.
Yeah, right now it looks like Clayton actually knocked it.
And another flag.
Yeah, that's going to be knocked into the end zone by the Clayton, which is going to be a touchback for Triple S. They're going to get the ball back.
So let's reiterate. Touchback. That's not a safety.
No, that's
touchback just means the ball's going to go back to the 20 or 25 yard line. Correct?
Yeah, they should be getting at the 20 yard line. That's correct. But it looks like they're going to give them the ball where the ball was fumbled first, which is looking like it's going to be on the 9 yard line.
Devontae Whaley was the one that made the stop for the Spartans. They got the recovery, actually, on the fumble. The Comets have had 2 opportunities now to score, and they have had some type of an incident happen where they've got penalized from it. As we're now 3:17 in the first opening quarter, it is right now no score. 2nd down and 12, ball on the 17. But they're all, wow, how are they deciding this here? Is the Comets getting the ball? Is the Spartans getting the ball? What's going on here?
What's going to happen is the ball went out of bounds. The Clayton knocked it out of bounds, which is going to give them a touchback. But there was obviously a penalty at the end of the play for 15 yards that they tacked on. And now they're going to get the ball at the 35-yard line. So Clayton went from almost scoring the ball to now giving the ball back to the Spartans on the 35-yard line.
So they actually gave them about another 20 yards up the field? Because they were on the 14.
Yeah, like I said, they got that touchback, which put them at the 20, and that penalty looks like it knocked them up another 15. So they must have got some penalty at the end.
So the Spartans will start on their 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Yeah. Thursday night football, and the reason why it's Thursday night lights instead of Friday night lights, Brad Tanis, is we're calling for Hurricane, Tropical Storm Wilma, whatever it is, coming from the Gulf, making its way into the Carolinas beginning sometime tonight, and going to be a torrential downfall tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to be happy if you're a varsity team right now, getting an opportunity to move your game up a day so that you're able to get that game in the books.
So no game tomorrow. They're getting loud. They're making noise here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. The band roars on. Here come the Spartans now. And a fumble, I believe. Did Clayton get the ball back? They did.
Like they did.
Clayton got the ball. Clayton has got the ball. They recovered. Comets get it back. Comets number 32. For the Clayton Comets, I want to say that is Mr. Come on here, Simeon McCormick, the defensive lineman, 6'1", 250 pounds. He powers his way and gets the ball back for the Comets, Brad Tanis.
Yeah, Wesley, it looks like between the change of possession, it looks like 8 of the Spartan players are going both ways. They've got to be getting tired by now.
So, again, Just the opportunity that the Spartans needed to get the ball, get some points. They fumbled it. And now you have the Comets ready to play offense, and they still got good field position. As Whittington will hand it off to number 1 up the field to the right. Far left is actually going to be Josh Wilson. The runner back gets in a couple. And understanding that number 1 on the defense making the stop for the Spartans there.
Yeah, Josh Wilson right there gets the handoff. He should have just kept on running, trying to do a spin move. Instead, he trips himself up and ends up taking himself out of the play.
So Josh Wilson trying to get something going here for the Comets. They got a couple up the field. 1st and 10, ball on the 19. Wilson on the carry one more time for the Comets, and we got a player down for the Spartans, it looks like.
Yeah, Triple S just swallowed up Wilson as soon as he got up the field. That's only going to give him a 1-yard pickup.
Got a player down for the Spartans. Injury timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. No score. 2:35 remaining in the opening quarter of play. Spartan 0, Comet 0. They're rallying to score points. This is Comets football on the 3 and Out Sports Network.
Rudo Apparel powers teams and athletes around the world by offering the best in customer uniforms at an unbeatable price. Visit RudoApparel.com or give them a call today at 347-850-2720. Build your one-of-a-kind uniform made just the way you want. Rudo Apparel, the #1 shop for custom uniforms and apparel. That's 347-850-2720. When you are looking for a company to help build your next project, what do you look for? Price? Honesty? How about our general contractor with integrity? If this sounds like you, it's time to call my friends over at Osborne Company Incorporated. No matter what project you have in mind, the Osborne Company will get it right the first time. Just listen to some satisfied customers. Every detail was given its due attention. We have done major projects over the years, and the quality of work given to us by Osborne is far superior to other companies. Sound like a company you want to deal with? Head over to osbornecompany.com to see what they can do for you today. Or give them a call and talk with the friendly staff at 336-623-2111. The Osborne Company. Integrity, excellence, and value.
Still on injury timeout. One of the Spartan players are down on the 18-yard line. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Comets as they try to rally and score points. We're still at 2:35 remaining in the opening period. This is Comets football on the 3 and Out Sports Network.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
You're listening to Clayton Comet Football on the 3 and Out Radio Network.
Back here at Nixon Fowler Stadium, player down for the Spartans. That's going to be for Triple S, number 3 of J.B. Jones, the quarterback linebacker. I'm sorry, Devontae Whaley? Was it number 4?
Oh, no, I'm just pointing out as a quarterback. That's a tough loss.
Oh, yeah, it's quarterback linebacker. He was playing both offense and defense. J.B. Jones, senior 5'10", 185, the player that was down for the Spartans. As we get ready to go back to resumption of play, 2:29, the clock ticks away. Clayton trying to score points, and they tried to come up short. Whittington, quarterback, trying to throw it to number 14 of Cameron Burrows, the wide receiver senior for the Comets, fell up short, and he couldn't catch that ball.
Yeah, you got to hope that you can get that ball back right there. I mean, that ball was thrown so short. If he had hit him the numbers, that would have been an easy touchdown for Clayton.
If you're a coach, you are a coach. Candace, what is Hunter Jinks, the coach of the Comets, saying to Clayton right now here in still the first quarter of play?
At this point, he's got to be telling them to keep their nerves down. I mean, they're giving up a lot of scoring opportunities on little mistakes.
Whittington will hand it off one more time for the Comets. Comets will try to pound their way back up the field, and I believe they're finally going to get closer and closer to the end zone. They're at the 5-yard line, I believe, or the 1-yard line.
Yeah, right there. He stretched out to try and get that touchdown, but they're going to give it to him about a ball short of the end zone, it looks like.
Number 24, Witten, with the carry up the field. Deshaun Hinton, the running back, sophomore, 5'10", trying to get to the end zone. As right now it's 1-1. Second and one, actually, is what they're going to call here. Second and one, ball on the one. Touchdown for the Comets. They break through to the end zone finally.